Good morning, it's Amy. I'm sitting on the floor in the common room at St. Thomas Epiphany Episcopal Parish, and I'm really happy today because I'm starting the day in prayer, as I always do, and I'm starting the day in prayer in color. If you are not familiar with praying in color as a spiritual practice, I'm going to attach some information to this email that you can learn more about it. But I was praying, this is the second day that I'm praying through our steep cycle of prayer that Lisa sent out last week, where we're praying for everybody in our community by name, intercessory prayer for everybody in the steep community by name. And I was thinking about prayer and how to include everybody by name in my daily spiritual practice. And I was drawn to the catechism in the back of the Book of Common Prayer. You can find this if you have one at home. It's on page 856. You can also look at bcponline.org, page 856. And under the question, what is prayer? It says, prayer is responding to God by thought or deeds with or without words. I mean, one could spend hours reflecting on that definition of what prayer is. But what I want to lift up for you today is that prayer is a response to what God is already doing in our lives. God is already inviting us to this conversation, this ongoing conversation God has been having with us. And when we pray, when we use intercessory prayer, like praying, lifting up the needs of others by name, we are entering into a conversation about them with God, and God already knows everything they need, and that God will respond to our prayers, respond to their needs in ways that are ways we can't even ask or imagine. So one of the things that I have taken to doing, especially in this time of coronavirus, is by stilling my mind and eliminating the chatter that's in my mind that gets in the way of deep conversation with God. And I color. And as I color, I lift up those people in prayer by name. And this isn't about artistic perfection. And this isn't about the perfect words, because some days, and maybe you feel like this too, there are no words. There are no words to lift up to God. And we can take comfort, or at least I take comfort in the fact that God already knows the prayers that are in our hearts. And so today, as I started my prayers on Tuesday, and I prayed through the Tuesday list of our steep community, I held each one of you. I held each one of you by name as I prayed. I hope that this is a practice that you can also experiment with, praying in color, praying without words. I hope you're having a blessed Holy Week. Amen.